What happens when your mind outgrows your life, but your circumstances just won't let you escape fast enough? You can see a bigger life out there and you know it's missing. You can feel it. You're conscious enough to know that you're unhappy, but you just can't move fast enough to close the gap and get there. When I was in my 20s and 30s, I worked on a lot of really high-profile projects in Manhattan with people whose names you would definitely know. There were some things that were really exciting about it, but it also felt like as soon as you earned the trophy, it was time to just turn around and do it all over again. And what I found that mattered more to me was just the endless momentum and escape velocity there was in the city to do anything all the time. But it was also incredibly exhausting and kind of felt like trying to kayak upriver during a storm. It's just, there's something exhausting about it too. And so many years later, when I moved to a small town, it definitely was everything I wanted. And I love it. I have precious people. But there's just also so much stalled momentum all the time. And my wiring is always at odds with what I'm doing. There's just something that almost feels like being stuck in maintenance mode and an emotional claustrophobia that I can't quite explain. Like even if I'm telling somebody how I feel or trying to express myself through the kind of art and creative projects I used to like, it still just feels flat, like an outline of what I'm actually trying to say. And people just don't seem to get it. They just want me to stay in the present moment and journal and find a hobby or get back to the hobbies I used to love. But if anything, I feel over-aware. And there's something just exhausting about the level of like understanding the existentialism of, the world and what's really going on around us. It's like feeling trapped between practicality and aliveness all the time. And it feels very selfish and self-indulgent. And I'm pretty good at just keep going and regrounding myself, going on those nature walks, which I really enjoy, and watching the animals who don't seem to be in their own heads overthinking everything. And I just keep going. But inside, I just have this high capacity for hard work and ambition, but no escape velocity for it. The world's changed so much, and media and writing and video and everything else has changed along with it. The skills I used to have and the accolades I used to have really don't mean anything in the world anymore. And it's not even that I care that much about it. It's more that I no longer have a connection to it. It's like I got kicked out of the stream of it, and the river's still racing upwards without me. So I just keep going through the day-to-day. And I find myself frustrated by superficial conversations that don't really mean anything and resent having to have them. But when I have deeper conversations, it also feels like an ache, knowing that I'm not going to maybe see that person ever again, or maybe only every handful of months. And maybe I'll have an emotional crash afterwards. where I feel worse than I did before. It's not that I'm not grateful for what I have, because I am. I worked hard to build this life. But I just feel like there's no outlet for it. And that what goes on in my head is so much bigger and more vast than I can possibly put out into the world around me. And I find it really frustrating. Like putting a plug into a socket and there's no electricity. And it just can feel also self-indulgent and like it doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't. But it also kind of makes me feel like I'm collapsing into a vacuum where just nothing really matters. I just long for connection. I was just wondering if anybody else longs for that too.